Hi everybody, I'm back down here at the Feather River, this time underneath the Thermalito Bridge. As you can see, the water is tranquilly flowing past me right here. Give you a little view back here. So I marked it that I'm in the nature center, but actually the nature center is about 600 feet that way. So I'm actually dead underneath this bridge here. So there's not a chance that I could have stood in this area 2 weeks ago. So let me just get a look over here. So this is the place that my friends used to jump off that bridge there. I never jumped off that bridge. That's way too high for me. But so let me see if I can walk us around here. I am a little close to the water, as I always like to show. Oh, without my finger in the way. That's the water. That's me. Water, me. Can't swim. Water. Anyway, so I checked the inflows and outflows at the lake, and the inflow is about 15,000 cubic feet per second, and the outflow is 0, which is scheduled and normal. I know that we have a storm coming, and I just drove back from Chico, and boy, was it pouring on the way back. But that's still nothing to be worried about. The inflow, the amount of space that we have on the lake is truly astounding if you think about it. So they've lowered that lake around 60 feet from the time it was a crisis. The lake is about, and I'm just doing this from memory, so please correct me if I'm wrong, is about 176 square miles. So that is a 60-foot depth, 160 square miles worth of water that they can replace in this time. So right now they are planning on restarting the flows sometime this week. I don't know if it's going to be I don't know if it's going to be this week. They have managed to dig out the high watt power plant to a point. So they did a test of about 12,000 cubic feet per second out of that. That's great. That's our third way to get water out of there. That could mean that our great Sheriff Corey may end up lifting the evacuation warning. That is, of course, his discretion to do. It is a great milestone. They have moved, I think the last I read, they moved 100,000 cubic feet of earth from that spoil pile in 5 days. So I think that's a pretty amazing feat all by itself. If you're a DWR employee or anybody associated with the construction over there, you need to give yourself a round of applause, because you've done a great job. Okay, let me do a little look around here. Right over here, I'm going to try not to actually fall in the river while I hop across these rocks. There we go. Not dead yet. That's good. So right over here, if we go down that way, that's towards Gridley in that area. If you can see in the background, you can see where the river has just wiped out all the trees that are along it here. While I was walking in here, speaking of that, there's actually trash all over this area here, and this is just below the Green Bridge in Thermalito. So if you're down around this area, come down here, pick up a couple pieces of trash and put it in the garbage, just to help clean up the area. I mean, this needs to be cleaned anyway. We might as well all do it while we're waiting for other things to happen, right? And just do it in general. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I hike, if I see dirt there or garbage, I put it in my backpack and I take it out. I take out what I hike in with and whatever extra that somebody else has left. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So there's our flow down there. It is actually really tranquil and peaceful down here. A little cold, and if you look up, you can see the storm is heading our way. But I did not look how much rain this is supposed to give us. But even at its worst, it's not going to be even enough to touch the amount of area that we have in the dam, unless, of course, it would change temperature a lot and bring the snow melt with it. That is not predicted. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying that would be one scenario that would be a little scary. There are some people down here. I don't know if you can see the person way off in the distance there, right there. They're down here gold panning is what they're doing, or at least prospecting. I can't say that I wouldn't do that if I had any skill at all in gold panning, but I don't. I did watch Gold Rush Alaska, so that makes me an expert. Anyway, here we go, back up that way. That way is the nature center. That's water that I don't need to ever get in. So that's all I got for the day. It's actually the milestone today of the Hiwatt Power Station being open is amazing. That's after what the whole crisis has been about 2 weeks now. I think that's a pretty amazing amount of stuff for that Oroville has come together to do. That project is along the lines of what the ancients used to do in Egypt, and the Tower of Babylon and that kind of stuff. So I'm very impressed with everybody who's done anything, and I'm still impressed with all the people of Oroville, how they've come together. Oh, speaking of that, I've been chatting with some people online about helping the homeless and just generally the homeless crisis that we have in Oroville. And Mayor Goodson has posted a couple links, which I will relink if I have not already. I think I have. But one is a way to join the cleanup crew for Riverbend Park. There's I think that's the Feather River Parks and Recreation District. They have an email. I think that was Victoria. From there, they have an email, and I'll post that up so we can go. I'll be putting my email in when I get home after this. And then the other link Janet posted up was about, was that the garden one? I believe it was about being able to do a garden. So we're gonna discuss that a little bit too. And any other links that we've had from that thread, I'll make sure that get posted up in this video and then on my page itself. So anyway, you guys have a great day. It's a wonderful, beautiful day down here in Oroville. It's a little cold, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.